Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you for being a proud American. And Merry Christmas to you all from Miss JoJo and I from George's Kentucky Workshop. This is a metal sign. We call it the tin sign here in Kentucky. This is a metal sign about being a proud American and simply rejecting the politically correct and respecting the Constitution. This is a very special sign to me, and this was a gift to me from my buddy Eddie up there in Raymond, New Hampshire. Probably the best carburetor guy in the entire world on small engines. Oh, did I say that? Oh, here's another little gift he just gave me. And no, Eddie, I don't have one of these, but I do now. This is a grease gun attachment. It's going on my Harbor Freight grease gun. I can take this, I can clamp that onto a grease fitting, one-hand operation. And when you're getting old, you need all the hands you can get. All right. Remember this sign. Keep this sign here in your mind. A proud American. There it is. Eddie, that's not your sign. That's my sign. This is the sign that's been hanging up here since probably May. I don't know how you did it. Great minds think alike, Miss JoJo says. But it's a good thing. I'm going to hit the pause again. Okay, here we are back inside the workshop. Eddie, your sign is going right there. Right under my two little American flags. Right next to my American flag. Thanks, Eddie. I really appreciate it. What else here? Oh, look at that. Lincoln Welder Porta-Torch set. A Acetylene Oxy. I always wanted a small set of torches that would be portable. Well, I got myself one. My poor old wheel horse tractor. That Vanguard engine I bought brand new probably 25 years ago. It's got about 1,700 hours on it. I have never, ever adjusted the valves. Your intake and your exhaust, same thing on the other side. Well, never adjusted them. They're supposed to be 0.04 of an inch. Mine were over 20. Who knew? I had to get gaskets for it. My wheel horse right here. Whoop, finger over the lens. I bought this machine brand new, 1990. This is my third engine in it. I just wear them out. I put them in brand new and wear them out. This engine has never charged. I was never able to get this engine to charge. I have changed out these stators. I've changed out the voltage regulators. I even made a brand new harness. I don't put little tiny batteries in. I always have like an automotive size battery. That's the same size battery that goes in Joe's Hyundai. I use that battery on everything. My case tractor, all my generators, all my lawn equipment. All take that same big battery. Well, I found out what the problem was. The magnets, which are inside the flywheel here, they're weak. Some of them don't work at all. They're totally dead. That was the problem all along. I contacted Mr. eBay. I bought this high output 15 amp stator. And I bought this flywheel. And all that. Super deal. Very happy. The shipper sent. I had this thing. I bought it. I think it came from California. I think 2 days. Fantastic. Well, I've already had that on there. It charges like the devil. It is wonderful. The problem I have is with Mr. Briggs & Stratton. There are 4 screws that hold this stator to this aluminum block. They're not very big screws. I don't know where one is. They're an 832. They thread into this aluminum here, into a dead hole. They only screw in about 1/4 of an inch. Super fine thread. The problem is I've been in here at least a half a dozen times. I've swapped these stators out so many times. This hole and this hole here were completely stripped. There was like no threads. It was just a hole. So I was wondering, what am I going to do? There isn't a lot of aluminum there. It goes right into here. There's not a lot of aluminum. What am I going to do? Well, I'll tell you what I did. I took a 1024 gun tap. Everybody knows what a gun tap is. Well, not everybody, but I'm not going to explain it. Well, I will. It's a tapered tap. It's made to go through a hole. Easy starting and all that. So I took a gun tap and I started cutting my threads in this hole here and this hole, and I went down as far as I can. The problem is with a gun tap in a dead-end hole like that, you're not going to cut a lot of threads. So then I swapped over to a bottom tap. And I was able to thread down real far. I got a lot of threads. I got more threads than the original thing ever had. Then I took my gun tap out, put it on my grinder, and I ground some of the tapered flutes off of it. So I was cutting threads right down to the bottom of the hole. I went to Mr. Lowe's. I bought these 1024 screws, and it is wonderful. I put that in there, put a little... I'll tell you what I did. I was going to put Loctite in there, and then I was afraid if I ever had to get the thing apart. I'll tell you what I did. I bought a tube of silicone for putting the valve cover gaskets on my other machine. I put a dab of silicone on the screw, threaded the screw in. That will never, ever loosen up. It will never come out, and if I want it to come out, it will. So that worked out really well. I'm going to hit the pause. Here's a brand new thing Miss JoJo's doing. George's Kentucky Workshop hats. She can do all kinds of hats now with that fancy heat press thing. I made a video a week ago of her making hats, and I don't know what happened to it. I'm going to hit the pause. Also, here I am with a long sleeve George's Kentucky Workshop shirt. So, well, that's about it. I want to thank everybody, absolutely everybody, for everything that they did. I want to thank my wonderful wife for putting up with me for 20 years, not throwing me out on my ass. You know, I want to thank my wonderful sister for being so great. She sent us some gift cards. Thank you, Michelle. She sent me that wonderful tablet for my birthday. She got me this other child-safe thing full up my other tablet at the house. It was great. I want to thank Miss JoJo's daughter, Christy. Christy, thank you for the gift card. It will be greatly appreciated. I always need oil. I always need grease, and Mr. Walmart is the place to buy oil and grease. And I want to thank everybody. I can't even think of everybody, but thank you, everybody. Thank you, Gwen and Michelle and Miss JoJo and Christy. Just thanks, everybody, for just being supportive and just being good people. And thanks for all the gifts and everything. All right, everybody. It's getting long. Thanks. Love you all. Thanks for subscribing. Have a wonderful holiday and be a proud American.